not sunrise. That's the time I feel alright.
Season 7 tipped off and everyone is out, including, wait, who's this? Draymond Green? Team 2K TV member Danny hopped into the city on last Friday and played a few games with the Warriors star. Just goes to show, keep an eye out for the NBA logos. You never know who you could be playing.
Introducing the starting five for your LA Clippers. The man, the victim.
Get ready. Well, this one.
Thanks, Brian.
That's a beautiful thing, Allie. Good report there. And check it out. It's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Adams in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for the Clippers, Jackson and George, they're manning the backcourt. MP is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Here's Moran. No luck on that one. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. And we know it's never easy to play on the road, Grant. Just how tough are lengthy road trips?
Well, I'll tell you, after game 3 or 4 or 5 on the road, you definitely feel it. I mean, towards the end of a road trip, it's a struggle to play near 100%.
Hartenstein in the post. Brooks defending. Just 2 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Shot by Leonard, no good. Up top, Moran, defended by Jackson. Pass to Adams. Over MP, and it's Adams missing. MP outside, Jackson on the wing. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
How about the muscle from Jackson on that play? Even with the contact, he knocked the bucket down.
First team foul. At the line for your Clippers, Reggie Jackson at the strike. At the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Jackson.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
Pass to Adams. Outside Morant. Anderson with it. Over MP. And another miss by Memphis. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Brooks against Leonard. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Leonard. Inside. And MP with a basket on the assist by Leonard.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
Moran against Jackson. Shot's good by Moran.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Well, yeah, you can get a sigh of relief from here. Now they've got to build on that first bucket.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide open man on that one.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 to start. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Adams with the ball, averaging around 6 a game. Outside for Brooks, 6 to shoot. Good, and the setup by Moran.
You see the confidence rising? I mean, when Brooks is firing away like this, keep feeding him. Yeah, and one thing that impresses me about Ja Morant is the leadership he exhibits. Loves the game, plays with toughness, and the results speak for themselves.
Now here's Leonard, and his scoring average impressive, putting up 17 a game. MP, the pass to Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in
And he lobs it up top. And MP throws it down.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Morant. Last game, 26 points for him. And Chris, the drafting of Morant has accelerated the Grizzlies' rebuild. Even as they've gone young, they've remained competitive.
He's the face of the franchise, and I think his maturity and humility, along with their other guys, was helping to keep this Memphis team on track.
A line change here for Memphis. .143 left to play in the first. Williams finds Melton. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Second team foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage looks.
One other thing we've seen them execute to this point is good ball movement to set up those easy scoring chances.
That free throw misses. Batum is checked in for Leonard. Good on the second one. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pass to Batum. Here's Zubats to the inside. Here's MP. Powell outside. Back to MP. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Second team foul. At the line for your Clippers.
And that one misses. Zubats' shot is off.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms to the lane.
On the wing, Jones. And 1:01 left in the first. Shot clock at 5. Clark outside. Jacks up a 3. Here's Tillman. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Zubats.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Here's Powell. Grizzlies with the rebound. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And as long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Now here's Melton. 26 points for him last game against Detroit.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. More 2K action in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Marcus Morris. Terrence Mann is out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Nicholas Batum, and it's MP in at the power forward position. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Suns played some superb basketball. He's scored 32 points and a season-high number of rebounds. Monster production. He was focused. He was relentless. Everyone is still buzzing about it, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
And injuries are part of sports. Sometimes the team has to hold a player back and say, you're not healthy enough to play. Chris, that's got to be a tough conversation.
Yeah, and teams, they're more cautious now back in my day. Players can get angry, but you got to respect an organization that's looking out for you. Think about it. We've got some pretty horrific injuries where maybe the organization should have been more cautious.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for MP. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Batum. George, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Jackson in for Mann. Adams, the pass to Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant with the jam.
Morant way up. That was fire.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now George. From the corner. That one a little long. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And he's one of those stat sheet stuffers. Kyle Anderson at 6'9" gives you rebounding, playmaking, Grant, a little bit of everything.
I mean, the combination of size with skill is what makes him special. And his wingspan helps him impact the game in so many ways.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Here's Bane. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit. Back to Adams. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2. A minute 4 left in the first half. Outside Morant with the drive. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Well, you see the burst. Morant very hard to catch once he gains a step.
Jackson against Morant. And Subas with the basket on the assist by Jackson.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Morant against Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morant, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from outside the arc here in the second quarter. MP lays it up and banks it in. MP's got 10.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Yeah, wiry, strong, and courageous. Morant's willing to slam it up in there if you give him a lane.
Oh, there's the alley. Now here's MP. And a nice finish on the layup. 12 points for him.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. They're all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. MP's gone a perfect 6-for-6 shooting. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. They've got Dylan Brooks. Desmond Bane is out there with Ja Morant. Then it's Steven Adams. And it's Anderson in at the 4.
Pass closer in. Morant finding a way to score. He has fantastic touch around the team.
Anderson against MP. Pass to Leonard. Brooks with the rebound. Well, the Grizzlies shooting only 35% so far. Anderson passes to Brooks. Again, the Grizzlies good for 2 more.
What sound fundamentals and shooting mechanics that Brooks has. I mean, he makes defenders pay for the mid-range.
Pass to George. Leonard for 3. He drops it from range. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
When he said jump with me if you want to go viral, Ja Morant with the explosiveness to live in the lane and the sword to the Raptors.
Leonard against Adams. There's Jackson with the 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one. And relentless is Morant. Man, does he attack the paint, Chris.
As fast as he is, he does a great job of using change of speed. He keeps the ball on a string. When he gets it in close, watch out. He can finish any way he wants to.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Morant. He's got 12. And it's Adams with the finish.
What a pass from Morant. I mean, he does a terrific job staying alert and seeking those opportunities.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Clark is checked in for Adams. Williams comes in for Anderson. And it's Melton in for Brooks. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Here's Morant. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Wow. They're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
To the wing, right side. Pass to man.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
MP with it.
2 minutes.
Powell outside. Back to MP. Here's Batum. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. Down low. Puts it up from 12. Bane. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And see, Webb, you look at Desmond Bane out of college, an NBA-ready physique right out of the gates.
And his game is NBA-ready as well. I mean, he's played significant minutes already. He's a reliable perimeter threat.
Tillman's checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for Ja Morant. Los Angeles has got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. To the middle. Here's MP. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Tillman. Melton up top. The floater. The shot comes out. Oh, great D that time from Powell. MP with it. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Free throw no good from MP. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. It's Tillman with a drive. Oh, MP with a block. To the paint. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Now Melton, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
And even losing big, you have to maintain composure if you want to avoid embarrassment.
And I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with the forward.
Zubac, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for man. Pass to Coffey. Now Powell fires the 3. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Tillman's got 4 rebounds now.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
3 on 3. Clark with it. Melton outside. The 3. It's off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Ivica Zubac out there with MP. Then it's Jackson. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Well, the Grizzlies shooting just under 40% from the field. Outside Jones. Powell against Melton. To the middle. Here's Clark. Oh, MP with a block.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And he gets that one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stat? For the Clippers.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing, not giving them an inch of space out there.
One other thing they've done very well is getting out in transition. They're running at every opportunity.
Well, Grant, it seems like each year playing the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, BA, what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
Sorry lah, okay.
On D, pass to
Sorry lah, aku tak pro NBA. Normal aku jadi lah.
Ends up going with a new group.
Shooting for Memphis, Ja Morant. One shot.
One shot.
ada. Kalau tak ada orang check aku tak cocok mic. Ada orang masuk check aku masuk mic ah.
The free throw drops for Morant. Well, Grant, it seems like more and more game time is spent with officials huddled around a monitor. You think instant replay has been a positive thing for the league?
Well, for the most part, I think it has been a positive thing. I enjoy it. I think it brings a level of transparency, and also it's important to get the call right. But at times, it does disrupt the flow of a game, and players can't be consumed about winning every call all the time.
Pass to Coffee. Here's Mann, hounded by Morant. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Clippers.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Ja Morant picks one up. Man, so many young players now on their phones. Chris, they're connected to their fans and loved ones through social media. Don't worry about how it affects team chemistry. How about you?
Well, every guy's different. I never thought that it's one rule or one way for everyone. You have to let people be themselves. And usually guys will flourish positively when they're in a great space. And Cream's going to rise to the top. We've heard of guys like Giannis swear off social media. Others we know, they probably look at their phones during halftime. It's just case by case.
Here's Morant. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
On the wing, MP. Shot clock at 6. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play smart.
And here are the Clippers now. They're on a 15-6 run. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. MP with it. And he drives in. Uses the glass on the layup.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
That's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that's it.
So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
It's a mind thing. How I expose the opposition, it's a God thing. Don't want to talk to no reporters like I'm Kyrie. Don't want to talk to paparazzi like.
Well. We're getting pretty close to the All-Star break here, and what do you know? MP's name does not seem to be at the top of anyone's list. I'm not the one to gloat, but this just goes to show I was right. MP's all talk, no game. We knew this coming into the season, and now that tree is bearing fruit. For those of y'all still holding out hope, I say give up. MP wants the glory, but he doesn't want to put in the work. What did you expect from this so-called YouTube star? Forget the season. I'll be shocked if he ever make an all-star team. That's how I see it anyway. I'm not starstruck by this kid. I just see the game.
Damn, bro. Say to work it, huh? Macam mana ni? Benda ni. Tua FIFA tak boleh save. FIFA nak duit banyak tak lah. Player aku tak kena NBA. You want to do this. Good late timing. Forward. Tak aku PF power forward. Kita try masuk All Star.
Have you taken on the 2K TV Jersey Design Challenge? Well, May 29th is the last day to submit, so
aku tak tahu position apa function. Power forward semua.
Corey Populous,
Main
designer and founder of Circulate Worldwide apparel line. You may have seen their designs in 2K22. In fact, you might be wearing them now.
We caught up with him recently and got some.
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA. All pink. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
You already do. You and he are winning plays. David, thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. MP is out there with Hartenstein, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. MP outside. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Unable to get that one. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
And Capella sends it back. Here's Hunter. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The feed now to Collins. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
Hartenstein passes to MP, and it's good, 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Young, no one around, and it's good off the back.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
And George, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment, and boy, Kawhi has.
Shoots from the high post. Under, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
George against Bogdanovich. Beyond the arc. And it's MP with the rebound. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. MP's shot is good. Now, here is Young, coming off 31 points last game. And the pass to Bogdanovich. Capella, high post. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Off target from three-point range. Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Hartenstein. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Norman Powell's checked in for George. Man subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And O'Connell slams it in.
Right, if you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass, on time, on target.
Man passes to MP. And MP throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Yes, that goes in.
Did a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside, Batum. Going inside. Here's MP. And Batum kicks to Powell. Inside. Second chance shot. That shot no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. There's 38 seconds left.
Tak boleh lah. Queen player ni tak boleh 3 point. Teruk gila. Shooting yang float. Minta aku main dekat rim lah.
Allows him to finish through the contact, get to the free throw line. Nice.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Man. Atlanta with the rebound. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Herter. Herter's got 5 points so far.
Well, Gallinari a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
MP and the dunk by MP.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Wright with it. Shoots over Batum. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Atlanta up 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Well, from what you guys have seen from the Hawks, what do you think about their performance?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Okongwu is out there with Chang. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Herter in its shooting guard. Kicks it out to MP. Here's Powell. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks leading by 6.
Well, you think about a guy like Norman Powell, who was really in the second round drafted because of elite athleticism and his defensive ability. But boy, has he turned himself into a scorer.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Grizzlies delivered a performance for the ages. He scored 22 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And we'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And no question for Powell. It seems like better shot selection has led to better efficiency.
Yeah, I agree. That and the consistency from range. This guy can rise up under pressure and hit the jumper. And if you foul him,
So we wrap up the first half. Hawks lead by 6. We'll be back shortly live from second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Hartenstein is out there with MP. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
And that one is good from Hartenstein.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates.
Young inside. Jackson out. And the rejection by MP. George passes to MP. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Clint Capella. The Clippers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw, no good.
Oh.
He's off on the second. Stolen by Collins. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. That shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Pass to Capella. From 11 feet away. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so, MV will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Outside Collins. Back to Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Collins. Capella trying to free himself up. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Leonard the pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Hartenstein. Norman Powell comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Mann subbed in for Jackson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Molinari comes in for Collins. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Hutter. And it's Wright in for Bogdanovich.
2 minutes.
Tipped away.
Nice one. Oh,
2 minutes.
From deep. Huerter, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's MP. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Molinari finds Young. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Out to Gallinari. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Clippers leading by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You guys can call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Wright. The Hawks need to get off a shot here.
Block.
No good, unable to end this run. LA has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. To the paint. And he uses the glass on the way. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gallinari attack the basket. It provides a nice counterbalance to that shooting ability.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. To the inside. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Young taking his time here. Second shot opportunity. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Okongwu.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Okongwu. He's out there with Gallinari. Zhang is out there with White. And it's Huerter in at the 2-guard.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Outside, Batum. Down low. Got a piece of it.
Gallinari using his length right there. Nicely done on the block shot.
Here's Batum.
Maling je lah.
Gallinari with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 7. Right, the pass to Okongwu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
At the line now for the Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu at the line for 2.
And he makes the first. For the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Jack. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. Both good from the line that time. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Leading by 5. MP. And MP throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Collins looking around. Passes it to Hunter. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
MP's shot is good. MP's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Collins. It's right on the wing. 5 to shoot. Bobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
And here is MP. Back to Jackson. To the middle. It's deflected. And the rejection by Collins.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
The shot's good. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
To the paint.
Gila.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. That one falls.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp. And his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions. And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Clippers leading by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
MP outside. Driving the lane. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. The pass to Capella. Back to Young. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Capella with the bucket. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Well, also, I think their blocked shots really jump off the page. They've sent a lot of attempts right back where they came from today.
Oh, he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. The Hawks trail by 3. Young outside. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. Shot by Collins, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson finds Leonard. It drops.
Let's remember, this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 5. 51 seconds left in the game. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Baiklah.
So they foul intentionally. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Got that one up quick. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreak.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
At the line for your Clippers.
It's the first that increases their lead to 6.
Well, Paul George smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Collins wide open, he fires. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
An improving three-point shooter. Collins understands the role of today's big man. He had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Reggie Jackson at the strike.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Shot by Collins, no good. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for L.A. At the charity strike, Paul George.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. They're both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Young passes to Capella for 3. Hunter can't hit that one. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Oke, sampai sini saja. Kita jumpa lagi akan datang.